So, how do you know that you're in a calorie surplus? Keep on watching. Hi, I'm Alexis, sports dietitian and nutrition coach. Welcome to my channel. Great to have you here. In order to effectively and efficiently gain muscle, we should ideally be in some kind of calorie surplus. And a calorie surplus is essentially eating more than your calorie maintenance, aka eating more than your body technically needs to maintain itself. But how do we know that we're effectively sticking to a calorie surplus so that we can effectively gain muscle, effectively build strength, and effectively become better fueled athletes or better fueled gym goers if that is you? Well, today I'm going to share with you 4 signs of a calorie surplus that you need to know so that you know that you are sticking to the right nutrition strategy. Let class commence now. Sign number 1, your weight averages are trending upwards over time. So what you want to do is you want to relatively regularly measure your weight to some degree so you know and assess what's actually happening over the long term. But don't look at individual weights in a one-off here and one-off there. Look at your averages and look at that trend over time. If it's going upwards, then very likely you are in a calorie surplus. But just as a side note, make sure that you are still tracking your body composition because you don't want to be in too much of a surplus or you'll be gaining more body fat than you need versus building more muscle than you want. There is a fine line to where there is a strategy you got to follow, so make sure your body composition is still at the forefront of your mind, not just your weight.
Sorry I tore your shirt, Vincent. I don't know what happened.
Sorry. Julius.
What?
Are you allergic to something?
No.
Sign number 2 is you're noticing that your energy levels and your strength levels are increasing. The fact of the matter is, when you're eating more than you're maintaining, you're able to have more energy, you're able to boost up your strength, and you'll be able to train more harder than you did before. No matter if that's on the field, on the court, or in the gym. So keep an eye on your energy levels and your strength levels because that could be a sign that you are eating more, therefore eating in a surplus. Sign number 3 is you're noticing the recovery is a lot better than it was before. Perhaps you're recovering quicker, or you're recovering more effectively before the next session, or you're noticing that your progress from a non-physique point of view is increasing at a faster and better and more efficient rate. These are all signs that you are eating in a surplus because you're likely eating more than your body needs, and therefore your body's getting all it needs from the food and able to make you more recovered. So yeah, recovery is key. Keep an eye on it. It can give you a good idea of whether you are likely in a calorie surplus. And sign number 4 is a bit of a different one to the ones I just shared now. And that is that you'll notice potentially, not everyone, potentially, you'll notice that your appetite just drops. You're feeling a lot less hungry and that you're struggling to actually finish some of your meals.
Roger, will you wipe my mouth?
This is especially pertaining to hard gainers, as we like to call it, individuals who don't gain mass very easily because they don't tend to have the biggest appetite, so they get very full when they eat in a surplus. And as I said, not everyone's going to experience this, but if you are starting to feel like, oh, I can't get through this meal, then that could be a sign that you're eating in a surplus. As you can see, it's a bit of a more negative one than the other ones. You're not going to feel as well because you're going to feel full. But if you notice that potentially you are eating potentially too much of a surplus, keep that in mind. But let's say even if you're not, it's still likely a sign that you are eating in a surplus. So you can use that with what you will and adjust from there. So there you go, that's 4 signs that you're in a calorie surplus in order to gain muscle. Number 1, you're noticing your average weight trend over time is going upwards. Number 2 is you're noticing strength and energy is going up. Number 3, you're noticing better recovery and more quicker recovery. And number 4, potentially you're struggling to get through your food sometimes and your hunger levels have dropped dramatically. Now that you know the 4 signs, look out for these if you're trying to build up a surplus so you can see if you are probably effectively in one. Because if one or more of these factors are not occurring for you, there is a chance that maybe your strategy needs a bit of work. But again, it's hard to say, so do see a sports dietitian if you need that so they can give you the outside eyes, tell you exactly what the deal is, and guide you to better results. So let me know in the comments below. Are you currently trying to stick to a calorie surplus and trying to gain muscle? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how it's going. Let's have a chat and see what you're doing. As always, hit the like button if this video has been helpful, if it's been informative, and change your perspective on what a calorie surplus is. And until next time, stay classy, have a good one, see you later, bye.